Morning, folks. It's Saturday. One of the greatest days of my week is Saturday and Sunday. Behind me is a failed, well, I can't say it's a failed project because it worked for at least 2 or 3 years. This is a Harbor Freight tarp. What's left of it. And it was blocking up the end of the carport. Give a little protection to the kindling pile and stuff, but yeah, it's basically done. But hey, it's a drop. It's a backdrop. It's a green screen. But anyway, this morning in the wee hours, I came across a short Giant Squad, I believe it was. I don't know for sure when I link him in my the title of this video, but he was talking about scrapping out water heaters, and one of the things about scrapping out water heaters from especially plumbers, they'll usually cut off and leave big pieces of copper left on the water heater. And he was talking about taking the copper off. Well, that's a good save because copper's always going to bring a good price. But I was saying, there's a couple other things you can do with water heaters that a lot of people don't think about because they're just trying to get that stuff to the yard and get $1 in their pocket. But many years ago now, actually back in the 80s, the first time I seen it. That wasn't cool. Yeah, it's like cool. Anyway, back in the 80s, I seen an old man take a water heater and cut it in half and make flower beds out of it for his wife. And it was really rustic and cool. And if you're a welder, you can take pieces of maybe a foot long pieces of bed rail and tack it to either end of it and keep it from rocking. I don't have that option. I'm not a welder. But anyway, I'm going to try to show what I have because I can't make one. I can't do it because I don't have a water heater and I don't have the tools to do it. But there's two things you can save out of a water heater that 99% of the time you never save. And that's the tank, which you can usually cut in half, make two flower beds out of. But the circumference of a circle is approximately 3 times the diameter. So if a water heater is 20 inches, that's about 60 inches of jacket, steel, sheet metal. Yeah, if you're a creative person, that's a lot of money. It's not real thick stuff. It's pretty thin. I don't know what the gauge is. It's not even 11 gauge. It's real thin. Maybe 25 gauge? I don't know. Anyway, it's really thin stuff, but it's a piece of sheet metal. There's a couple holes in it, If you ain't trying to make a mansion, it's a good building material. Homestead projects. So, I'll go ahead and find one of these tanks and show it to you. Alright, so here's one half of a water heater trough thing that I'm going to have to move the cat off of. But anyway, we let it sit here and grow up weeds. Because I just ain't going to be able to keep up with everything. I don't think I can get the weed out of it right now. Anyway, that's all it is. It's just a half a water heater that I had cut down because I didn't have a torch. But I put had some hose put in it, burned into it for drain hose. And of course you already have. When I had the guy cut it, I asked him to cut it so that these holes would act as drain hose. But no, he didn't listen to me. Anyway, he didn't make the flower trough. I mean, you do have this bottom and, like that. That's what this looks like. We got the other half. I brought these up from Houston. The other half, let me see if I can find it. It's covered up in weeds too. And the other half of it is right here. And it used to be a flower bed. But like I said, I work 8 hours a day. And the missus is bad in the knees. So we can't really get much done. But this is the other half. and it's just carbon steel, and it will rust. But there's thing about rust is once it gets the surface of rust, it's almost like rust proofing. Cause yeah, I could pull it out of here eventually. The bottom is still in it. It'll still make a flower bed. But you take pieces of bed rail, old bed rail. Let me go back to my other one. But with a little bit of ingenuity, not much even, you could just take a piece of bed rail, maybe 8 inches long or so. Just take a piece of bed rail because that's the cheapest angle iron you'd ever find, and just tack weld it to the tank, and then make a flat, make it, give it a base so it don't rock. So there we go. I hope I'm gonna try to call out Jump Squad on this. Hey, there's your idea, guys. Make that buck. Say hello to my rooster. Yeah, he's fighting the other rooster that's outside his cage. They're so smart.